Hey there, fam. Hi, Vibe Oracle here with a reading for you guys. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing well. If you're new, welcome in. Glad to have you here with us. If you are returning, welcome back. I hope the time between we last saw each other has been well. These are general readings, so not everything is going to resonate, and that's fine. Just leave it for somebody who it does resonate with. If you do find that something does resonate here with you, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment, just interact, say hi. Would love to hear from you guys. And if you're interested in anything else, like any personal readings or any of the bracelets that I hand make myself, that is also available in the description box below. But we're just going to go ahead and grab some energy here for you guys. We already have three cards. Serious star blessings. Oh, wow. If you came here with a specific question in mind, if you came here just thinking that, like, I was worried about a decision that I have to make, or if I'm going in the right direction, please know that you are absolutely in the right path. You're doing the right thing. Do not be afraid to push on because you are doing what you are meant to do. The Venusian Galactic Council wants you to know that it is time for you to shine. I feel like at this point you are going to start to be recognized. You've been working so hard for so long. It's about time that someone actually, takes a moment to stop and take stock in what you are doing. So I'm really getting some wonderful vibes here. And I also have I am present, accessing the divine within. So you really are coming into your own, I feel, in this next week coming. I do feel like this is something that is happening within the week. You're going to start to get some recognition that you had not gotten before, which is always a good thing. I'm glad to see that your hard work is going to start to pay off. I feel like a lot of people are going to be encountering that kind of energy in October, which is when I am recording this. These are timeless, so if you manage to get to this and it's not October, just know that it still applies to you. It still applies to you in the time when you receive this. We also have your commitment is everything, even if that requires doing it alone. The Siamese fighting fish is telling us that you absolutely are a fighter, that you absolutely have been putting your all into it, and that really is why you're being recognized, because you realize that not everything is going to be something that's a team effort. In fact, I feel like a lot of what you've been doing has been solo work, and you have been kind of trudging along, kind of feeling despondent for a little bit, and that's why you're about to get this recognition, because it's about time. It honestly is about time before that you get that recognition, that you get someone really taking a look and appreciating what you do. I also have Longhorn Cowfish, shiny and new. Expect a valuable gift. So it does feel like there are rewards for hard work definitely coming your way. Like, this energy right now is so electric. Like, this is so cool. Like, it's there's a cartoon, so old cartoon called Simple Simon. It's an Ub Iwerks cartoon from like the 30s, I think. Um, and you guys know the story of Simple Simon, I hope. But in the cartoon, like, he has no money, and he's running and he's running and he's running, and there's these guys that are like running after him because actually, like, his pet goose like won an award. And I feel like that's what's coming here. Like, you've been kind of working and working and working and working and working and working, and you're feeling like nothing is happening, nothing is going on for you. And then just like suddenly, like, here these people come and they're like, hey, man, I think you're great. I think you're neat. Here, have this. And that's what I'm seeing coming out for you within this week, especially further on into this month. The moon here is saying that the path is dark, but you know the way. I also feel like don't try to throw up illusions for yourself. Like, you know exactly where you're going. Don't feel like you have to throw something in there um, in order to like psych yourself out. I feel like you have all the motivation that you need. And right now, it's just a matter of trusting yourself and trusting your intuition. So, like, this feeling of I can't do it, or it's too hard, or I've been doing this for so long, surely nothing's going to happen now. Like, those are things that are trying to fool you. Do not fall for those illusions, do not fall for those thoughts. Your path is true, what you are doing is right, and just kind of moving forward like the best thing you can do right now is to move forward, because like the path that you are on is the right one. So that is what the moon wants us to know today. What other messages does spirit have for us in this incredible new start for you guys? Like, this is, I don't know how to express it. No, okay. I don't know how to express it, but it's just like I have this like, oh, thank goodness. I was starting to feel like really worried. And it's like a sense of relief that's kind of coming over me when I think about the energy that I'm getting out of here. The Queen of Blades is telling us that we are putting things into perspective. I feel like there is, like, when people are coming towards you, it's going to be like a lot of discernment as to like who you're letting around you right now. I feel like right now protecting your energy is very, very important. And so you're open, but you're very wary of who you're letting in right now, because you really don't have time for people who are going to either lead you down a different path or try and discourage you from what you're doing, because they don't see anything, like they don't see what you're doing, they don't see the value in what you're doing. And it's oh gosh, it really is just kind of cutting away from people who have been kind of sowing those seeds of doubt in your mind with the Queen of Blades. So, super glad to see that. The Five of Pentacles does show that there is support here. There's support coming your way. I feel like you have been really down in the dumps about this. I feel like if you are like between jobs or something, or you're trying to start a business and it's just not picking itself off from the ground, I feel like there are rays of hope that are coming through. Like, I'm looking at the Five of Pentacles itself, like the stained glass window. Like, there is help, there is support. There are people who are waiting to come to you right now. I feel like the timing was off before, and things are kind of falling into place. Things are starting to align in a way that kind of puts you in a better spot than you are now. Remember that the five is a number of change. So if you've been feeling like bad or despondent, or just really like feeling like you've been in a difficult spot lately, know that that is absolutely changing. All that they're asking you to do is to really just understand that this is something that you may have to, continue to face alone for a bit. That when you're working on this, that there's a lot of mental gymnastics, there's a lot of planning and thought processing, a lot of manifesting and co-creating that you can't put on other people. In the same way that the Siamese fighting fish tells us that, our commitment is everything, even if we have to do it by ourselves, the Hermit is telling us that we can rely on our own light to lead the way, that we have the energy, we have the drive, we have what we need. The Hermit is someone who is seeking the answers. And by seeking the answers, the only light that they have is their own inner light. And so, like, you are able by yourself to achieve something You're able to achieve this, and people know that. People absolutely know that. So if you're worried about the moon, if you're worried about this dark path, know that there is no path that is too dark, no path that you won't be able to truly, you know, find your way through. Basically, you're not going to be able to get lost. Not as long as you focus on your inner light. We have the Eight of Crystals and we also have the Justice card. So things are definitely evening out. I feel like this is happening very fast for you. I feel like you're going to be getting a communication. I'm hearing you're going to get some emails soon that are going to give you a boost, give you some good news, something that you've been kind of struggling with. It's finally over with the Justice card, and things are finally kind of going back to a more balanced nature. So, if you've been feeling like things have been unfair for you during this time, definitely know that with the Justice card, that is changing very much. The Page of Crystals is telling me that there's definitely some new things coming your way as well as some new ideas, some new friendships also. I see with the Page of Crystals, I just see just a lot of new interesting fast moving events that are coming up in the near future. That's not in the week, that's going to be further on in the month. I feel like these people who are coming in are going to be presenting you with new opportunities as well. And it just kind of becomes this big thing. Seven of Blades. Let me get something else for the Seven of Blades. I don't want that by itself. Nine of Crystals. Yep. So when we talk about new friends, new opportunities, I feel like we're going back to working by yourself, by kind of handling things alone. That is going to be ending very soon. I see with the Knight of Crystals, like you've been working through this very hard. It's been very difficult. You have been shouldering a lot, but I also see here with especially the justice right in the middle. That's beautiful. It is literally getting to a point where you don't have to shoulder these burdens anymore. You don't have to shoulder all these things by yourself. You don't have to worry about if you let this person in or if you let that person in, or like what if I make the bad decision and I pick this person and then like they take all my stuff. You know what I mean? You're not going to have that issue, you're not going to have that situation coming here. Like that is ending. The Nine of Crystals is telling me that that is ending very soon. This is one last like a one last final push. Like by November, this is a thing of the past. By November, you do not have to worry about this anymore. This is one last final push of kind of handling these things alone. And then just things are going to even out and you're going to be able to actually have some breathing room. I feel like you haven't had time to breathe at all during this time. Let's see. Yep. Because there's been a lot of things kind of competing for your time, competing for your attention, and it's been kind of forcing you to be very regulated emotionally. I feel like it's been a kind of an emotional roller coaster, and you've been learning how to go with the flow when it comes to that, to kind of understand the emotions, work with them, and then table them in order to move forward, because there's just been so much happening, so much going on, so much of a slog for you trying to make this work. But they're like I said, these shifts are coming because you don't know how to give up, and the universe sees it, the universe approves of it. Let's get one last card and then we'll call it. This one? Yep, that's the one. The Hanged Man. Oh my goodness. With the Fool underneath. So this is definitely telling me right now that it's okay to let go, but not quite yet. I feel like there's just a little bit more. It's a little bit of an uncomfortable situation right now that you have to deal with. So that's why I'm saying, like, once this starts, like it's going to start something completely new. Like this is going to be something completely like a new cycle, just a whole new way of life. But the Hanged Man is telling me right now that before that happens, before this week ends and everything starts to really shift for you, there are a few more things that kind of need to be brought to your attention. So, kind of be mindful as you go through this week and really just take a step back and really take a look at the people around you, at the situations around you. And I feel like you'll be noticing things that you did not notice before. And that's going to be very, very important to you when you make this new move, this new shift, when all the crazy stuff starts happening. It's a whole new cycle for you. Because you'll have all the information that you need to make the right decisions. And I feel like that's the most important message I can give you right now is that all the information has not been revealed to you yet. By the end of this week, you will have everything you need to make the right decisions. And that's when the ball starts rolling. So keep an eye out. Be very mindful and aware of the people around you, of your surroundings, of the energy, and just the air that surrounds you in any given situation, because you'll know. The universe has a way of letting you know exactly what you need to know. Okay? So that is your reading for today, guys. I hope that you found something that resonated with you. If you did, go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box below. And then if you're interested in any of my bracelets, and I have a million of them. I'm lying, I only have 8. They are available on my Etsy store, and that is also in the description box below. But that is enough for me. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. You guys could be anywhere else on the interwebs, but decided to be here, and that means the most to me. So until my next reading, take care of yourselves.